Tonight on CTV News at 6, Team Canada on the world's biggest soccer stage. A collision with Qatar, led by Edmonton's Alphonso Davies.
It is about giving Albertans more choice.
Private pay to bypass the line. Surgical options expanded for Albertans. And Bottle Cap Burton.
To see his reaction was just the most heartwarming thing.
Local creativity captivates a rock star.
What he did is totally unique.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Jeff Hastings.
Good evening and welcome to a special edition of CTV News at 6. Canada has just downed Qatar at the FIFA World Cup, a dominant victory in the squad's second game of the tournament. The game was in Vancouver. Here in Edmonton, it was an afternoon of soccer celebration for many, cheering from afar. Our Evan Kenny is at a watch party at the Ice House downtown. Evan, fans there must be feeling good.
Yeah, Jeff, fans embraced each other when the final whistle sounded, celebrating Canada's first ever win in a FIFA World Cup match. Now, Canada got off to a hot start, scoring early in the first half and just piled it on from there. The final score was 6-0, with each goal sending the crowd here into a frenzy. Cheers. Cheers. And cheer. There's lots of reason for Canadian fans to celebrate.
Even though we're not a host city, the energy is palpable. You can definitely feel it. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
As a lifelong Canada soccer fan, I mean, it's going to be the history in the making right here.
It's been great. I've got to share it with my kids. They're coming up at the end of the school year, so it was like an awesome thing to do on a Thursday afternoon.
The fans say there's a new energy around soccer in our city. And a new era for the sport in our country.
I never even thought Canada was going to qualify for a World Cup, to be honest with you. So it's a complete sea change from that, and it's been amazing. Yeah, it's just great to see everybody buying into it now and seeing what the beautiful game's all about.
I'll be able to tell my kids, years down the line that I witnessed Canada's first ever victory at a World Cup.
Fans say this is the biggest win in the men's national team's history.
This is number one for sure. But it's number one till the next game, and that might be even bigger than this, right? So this is awesome.
Now, as we just heard there, Canada will play again on Wednesday with their toughest test in Switzerland. Now, all they need to do is draw that game to be guaranteed the top spot in their group. Jeff?
All right, Evan, thank you. That's Evan Kenny live downtown tonight. Albertans will soon be able to pay out of pocket for certain surgeries. The province says this will help ease waits for all. As Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports, there are concerns about oversight and weakening the public system.
It is about giving Albertans more choice.
More choice at a cost. Alberta's Hospital and Surgical Health Services Minister announcing today, Albertans will soon be able to pay out of pocket for elective surgeries outside hospitals.
That means less waiting, less pain, and better outcomes for all involved.
Eligible surgeries include hip, knee, shoulder, and other joint surgeries, hernia repairs, cataract surgeries, and more.
Our Health Act dictates that you have to just line up and wait your turn, and there's no other choice. So even if I want to help them, I'm not allowed to. I'm tired of telling patients that the wait time for cataract surgery is 6 to 9 months or longer.
Cancer surgeries and life-threatening conditions are excluded. The new dual practice model also allows surgeons to work in both the private and public systems, though Adriana LaGrange says those opting to be in both will be required to work a minimum set of hours in the public system.
We want those minimum number of hours to be tailored to the individual, tailored to the specialty, and also to the region.
Those are some of the details we were hoping to see today, and unfortunately, we're going to have to keep asking government to make sure that there is more transparency in this reporting structure.
In April, the Alberta Medical Association provided the province 70 safeguards for implementing dual practice. The association's president says some have been implemented, but not enough on oversight.
How are we going to be made aware of whether the public system is actually improving or if it's deteriorating.
And what we know will happen is wait times will get longer for almost everyone, except for those who have the financial means to skip the queue.
I don't believe they're making a sales pitch. I believe doctors genuinely want to provide good quality service to their patients.
The new model is set to start in September. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
Police are turning to the public for help after a group of men harassed and tried to lure a pair of 14-year-old girls. Police say the teens were walking in the area of Rutherford Road and 18A Avenue when they were followed and approached by a gray Chrysler Pacifica van. Multiple men in the van reportedly shouted and attempted to lure the teens while driving erratically. The girls ran away and someone called 911. Police are hoping someone recognizes the van as well as a second silver vehicle that may have been involved. Police have also released a photo of one person of interest they're looking to identify. Anyone with information is asked to contact police immediately. 2 teen boys have been charged after a string of armed robberies involving Facebook Marketplace. Police say in April and May there were 7 thefts of iPhones listed for sale on Facebook. The suspect would pose as a buyer and meet with a seller, often threatening them with bear spray or a knife before stealing the phone. The robberies happened in the Richfield and Millbourne areas. Last Thursday, police arrested 2 15-year-old boys. They face charges including robbery and assault with a weapon. The family of a man who is known for rescuing cats out of trees wants him to be remembered as a man who would help anyone.
I think he left a great legacy, not only with his cat rescue, but with helping neighbors and just being a kind-hearted person and helping anyone in need.
The family of Derek Simonak is thanking everyone who has reached out with condolences since he was killed in May. He was hit by a truck after he pulled over on Wayne Gretzky Drive and stepped out of his vehicle. Simonak was an arborist and scaffolder by trade. He loved using his skills to rescue dozens of cats.
He would get the call and we'd go out at any time of night and we'd pull these cats out of the trees. Oh, it was awesome, man. The family would always be like just overjoyed and they were surprised we wouldn't ask for anything in return. We just did it for the kindness of doing it and we loved it. And he loved climbing trees, he loved helping people, and it was a good time.
The family has a GoFundMe page set up in his honor. The money is being used to cover funeral expenses and to help his wife and 4 children. The NHL has cleared Mike Babcock to return to the league. TSN reports the Edmonton Oilers are working to finalize a contract with the controversial head coach. The league says an investigation requested by the NHL Players Association into Babcock has been completed. It says it found no current basis to restrict his employment in the league. Babcock was last hired to coach the Columbus Blue Jackets in 2023 until he resigned before the start of the season. He allegedly wanted his players to share personal photos from their phones. The NHLPA says, "We expect Mr. Babcock will uphold the high standards required of NHL head coaches." TSN says the Oilers could announce they're hiring Babcock as early as next week. And the Oilers have signed a goalie who showed a lot of promise in the team's farm system last season. Connor Unger split last season between the team's AHL affiliate in Bakersfield and 3 East Coast Hockey League clubs. The 24-year-old netminder's success had him climbing the minor ranks consistently, piling on wins and shutouts with different teams. He's now on a 1-year deal worth $850,000. 3 local hockey players are now part of the Professional Women's League roster.
The Seattle Torrents select Emerson Jarvis, forward, Quinnipiac University.
The Edmonton native is known for her speed.
Emerson Jarvis went to the Seattle Torrent in the 3rd round of the PWHL draft. The Boston Fleet are getting 2 players originally from the Edmonton area. Forward Jaden Bogdan from Edmonton went in the 4th round, and Sherwood Park's Jenna Goodwin was selected in the 5th round. 4 new PWHL teams will play this season: Hamilton, Las Vegas, Detroit, and San Jose. A local business is an international entrepreneurial award winner, beating out others across the Americas.
I think I won because of my team. I think I have a really great team at Danya that make really incredible food.
Danya, Ukraine's kitchen co-founder, received the JCI Creative Young Entrepreneur Award. Georgia Lindquist joined the Edmonton chapter last year. She was encouraged to pitch her business at nationals, which led to pitching the Council of the Americas. Danya's win is the first time a Canadian company has gotten the award in its 20-year history. A local chocolatier is expanding operations and opening a new storefront.
Her name is Anna.
This waterfall of melted chocolate will be blended and molded into treats, chocolate bars, and chocolate chips. Will soon be on display at Delavoye in a new cafe just west of downtown. The chocolatier is making his kitchen and tasting room larger so he can make even more chocolate and host more customers.
One big aspect of our business is to connect with people and provide our customers an experience. So we do experiences, tasting, chocolate tasting, wine pairing, all that stuff. So we have a dedicated space for that.
Now that the cafe is complete, customers can enjoy their chocolate with friends and a cup of coffee. It is Indigenous Heritage Month, and an event downtown is helping highlight Indigenous culture. The Indigenous Business and Vendors Market brings together entrepreneurs, organizations, and community members. In addition to selling goods, business owners also shared their stories.
And really what we hope to achieve is just to elevate Indigenous businesses. So this is my way of giving back to the Indigenous community. We're all about building financial wealth. We're all about building generational wealth as well for our communities, and we can't do that unless we support each other.
The market also featured an opening prayer and a powwow. And we have a special treat tonight. Nairman is doing weather. Welcome.
Josh is still here. We should probably clarify that just in case. But yeah, we are going to be doing weather. And I get to tell you guys more about the rain that we have in store. But for now, let's take a look at the River Valley Sky Cam. Look at that. The sun decided to come out and play a little bit. We are seeing it's going to be a calmer evening here in Edmonton for tonight. Can't say much about the weekend. We'll get to that in just a moment. But right now we are looking at 18 degrees. Taking a look at today's highs right now, 18. That's about 3 degrees lower than what we would see on average here in Edmonton. And the reason for that is, well, we have some storms that were making its way to our province. So right now, looking at current temperatures, 18 degrees, not so bad, but take a look at high level. That is 25 degrees. They were the hot spot in the province today. So wind gusts, not really a big issue here in Edmonton. However, on the outskirts of our province, we were seeing some higher gusts. That's because we had storms roll through, thunder showers coming through the province. And Edmonton saw a little bit about that. And when we kind of zoom in right now, we were expecting to see a little bit of that storm miss Edmonton. We're going to see it on the outskirts, south of the city. So Leduc in that area, Devon possibly could be seeing some thunder showers right now. However, for Edmonton, it should be a somewhat of a calmer night. We might see some cloud coverage coming throughout the morning, and we're seeing it right there. So now the futurecast, Friday, tomorrow, we are expecting to see some showers on the outskirts coming in, heading into Saturday. Now Saturday, that is the Elks home opener, and it's going to be brought to you by the letter W. It's going to be wet, it's going to be windy, and hopefully a W for a win. However, it's going to be conditions similar if you were at that soccer game earlier this month. There's going to be a lot of rain, so make sure you are prepared for that. Now heading into Sunday, summer solstice. Hopefully summer temperatures coming with it. Not just yet. We are going to see some severe storms coming in. Just a lot of rain, more so for the first day of summer. Now taking a look at the morning lows, Edmonton at 7, a little bit cooler for Red Deer at 4 degrees. Tomorrow, not looking too bad. In northern Alberta, you're looking at the upper teens, whereas in Edmonton, in our area, warmer. Look at that, the sun will be coming out. And taking a look at your 5-day forecast, we just have to get through a few days of rain, and then we will see that sun come out, and we'll have more details for you a little bit later.
All right, Nairman, thank you. Still ahead, back in court. The group behind a petition for an Alberta separation referendum appeals a decision and hopes signatures can soon be counted. Also next.
It was just really tremendous. What a tremendous thing.
Guess who's behind this picture of rock legend Burton Cummings made of bottle caps? The local artist details his painstaking process after the break.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
A lawyer for the pro-separation Alberta Prosperity Project was in an appeals court today seeking to restart the process for its proposed referendum on independence. The The petition was stayed in April to allow the court to consider a challenge over a duty to consult First Nations. That meant Elections Alberta could not begin to verify the 300,000 signatures submitted. Despite the Premier setting her own question on whether Alberta should hold a referendum on separation, petition organizers still want the count to begin. Representatives of several Alberta First Nations were also in court defending the lower court's ruling that the province had a duty to consult First Nations. The justice says a decision on the appeal will be made quickly. Anti-coal mining petition organizer Corb Lund says he's shocked and disappointed to learn the petition's question will be left off the October referendum. Yesterday, the Premier said there's not enough time to get the question on the ballot, citing an Elections Alberta deadline of June 1st for additions. Lund says, I personally met with the Premier in her office May 11th. We were literally discussing the wording of my question as it should appear on the ballot face to face. At no point was any June 1st deadline mentioned. Signatures on the petition are still being verified. The Premier says a legislative committee will have to determine next steps for the petition. That will be formed in the fall. The gaming world has come to Edmonton with the aim of benefiting Alberta's gaming industry. Our city is hosting Canada's largest gaming expo. GameCon Canada features new and trending games, tournaments, and celebrity guests. It's part of a summit bringing together studios, publishers, and tech companies to network and play. Edmonton companies have played key roles in the gaming industry for a while. The city recently made a deal to keep GameCon in Edmonton for the next 6 years.
The city has been over the top supportive of what we're doing, and there's a lot of really great developers here and publishers that already. So it just, for us, this felt like a fitting place.
GameCon Canada runs until Sunday at the Edmonton Expo Centre. An EDM festival with some big names is coming to Ice District in September.
San Francisco, where's your disco?
Foundation Series is taking over Fan Park September 6th. Dom Dalla and Chris Lorenzo are headliners. Other performances include Silva Bumpa, Bush Baby, and Cole Knight. Tickets go on sale this Tuesday on Ticketmaster. A local artist who created a piece of art for an iconic Canadian musician got to present it to him in person. Burton Cummings is currently touring the country with the Guess Who and made a stop at Edmonton last week. Nermanisa spoke with both artists.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, that's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know what to say.
A legendary singer and songwriter left speechless.
I'm overwhelmed.
This artwork had the 78-year-old in awe.
It was just really tremendous. What a tremendous thing.
The piece was created by local artist Jeff Mazeris. He creates his masterpieces using bottle caps. More than 3,700 bottle caps were used to create this image of Cummings.
When you're up close, you get to appreciate all those little finer details, and then when you step back, it all really comes together, and then, you can see Burton's face.
Mazeros included dozens of Easter eggs among the bottle caps.
I've got his initials here, BC, and then I also have Guess Who. I've got These Eyes, one of the very first hits that put them on the map.
Cummings thought These Eyes had seen it all when it came to fan art until now.
I've had portraits done and paintings and drawings and computer, all that stuff, but what he did is totally unique.
Making this piece was special for Mazeris. Cummings is one of his musical heroes.
I don't have the right words to describe, how grateful and honored I am to have, shown this to him. And to see his reaction was just the most heartwarming thing.
I'm very, very flattered and very honored, really and truly. And this is for real. I'm not faking this. I had a tear in my eye.
This painting will be displayed at Cummings' home in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Mazeros has been commissioned to create another piece for a theater in Winnipeg named after the singer. Nermanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Still ahead, you'll want to bring your appetite to a new circus in town.
We don't have a big tub, but we have the truck.
Chance to take in death-defying stunts with dinner in Edmonton's French Quarter.
It looks like we're in for a sunny Friday, followed by a soggy weekend. Your 5 and 10 day forecast in a little bit.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
But coming up Friday on Your Morning, how we can celebrate Dad this weekend when he's no longer with us. Plus, a new picture book for those dealing with dementia.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
With us, we've got another full night of great shows for you tonight on CTV.
If the rainy weather has you down, a circus may lighten spirits. As Curtis Goodrum reports, a performing arts festival in the city's French Quarter will feature death-defying stunts, impressive acrobatics, and dinner.
Not many people would trust someone to hold them upside down with one hand, especially when it's near a 12-meter drop. For these entertainers, it's just Thursday.
Just like circus, so it's pretty fun because we are with friends and we travel.
The Cirque Kick-Ass has traveled across North America for 5 years, performing atop, below, and over the truck in what they call santé.
It's not traditional circus, right? But still, we were inspired by them. We don't have a big tub, but we have the truck.
The truck might not be the most untraditional part.
After the performance, it turns into a food truck, right? So the whole cast, the whole team of performers are also doing the service and the food.
Inside the truck, beer taps, kitchen equipment, and a popcorn maker. The 15-year performers say the act is not the hardest part.
We do the setup, we do the show, the food, we do all the preps, I would say. It's the overall that's quite demanding, but it's totally worth it.
I saw their show in Montreal and I thought, this is incredible. I've never seen anything like it, and I wanted to bring it here to Edmonton.
Santé won't be the only one performing this weekend. There'll be 4 other shows, free activities, and workshops, all taking place in Edmonton's French Quarter. And on Father's Day, anyone attending gets in for free.
The beautiful thing about circus is it unites all of us.
The group performs on Sunday, and they say no matter the weather, the show will go on.
We haven't canceled a show yet. We're going to do the performance even in the rain.
Edmonton is their last stop before they head home to Quebec. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
Why didn't we think of that? So obvious.
I was just
circus dinner at last.
Circus dinner. Curtis loves to do a stand-up. I'm surprised he didn't jump off of the food truck.
Next time.
I don't know how our bosses would feel about that. However, if you are going to go check it out, the weather is going to be 50-50. So tomorrow we are expecting a 30% chance of an evening thunderstorm. However, it's supposed to be sunny for Friday. This weekend, if you have outdoor plans, I expect to bring your rain jacket, umbrella along. Saturday, you have the Elks home opener at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a wet one, followed by the summer solstice. Again, it's going to be more showers, potential thunder showers for it. But, you know, look, everyone, the 10-day forecast, we do see some sun. Yes, ignore the rain, but we do see some sun, and we will have a brief period of cooler temperatures before it picks up again, and then about average.
All right, well, something to look forward to. Thanks, Nariman, and thank you very much for sharing your time with us. For news anytime, check out our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca, or you can find us on YouTube. Have a good night.